technique or two to develop self-worth. I have one I call the sacred six, which is you forgive yourself, number one, apologize and forgive yourself for all the things you've said and done to yourself. Because if we were our own friend, we would be the worst friend we've ever had. We lie to ourselves, we cheat ourselves, we negotiate ourselves out of everything we want. Like, we're not very good friends to ourselves. So you clean the slate by forgiving yourself and apologizing. And then step two is you commit to do what you say you're going to do. So like, there's no more, letting yourself down. You just commit to do what you say you're going to do. And if you look at the bottom line, that's a decision. So you make a decision. Again, people want to make it more difficult than that. It's not more difficult than that. Just like if you're a drug addict, you're making a decision to do those drugs. Now, again, I don't care why you're making the decision, but that's what you're doing. Why? Because I've seen people stop and they made a decision that they're going to stop. Now, did it take work? Absolutely. Was it difficult? I would assume. But at the end of the day, it was a choice, wasn't it? It was a decision. So you commit to do what you say you're going to do, which is really you make a decision to do what you say you're going to do from now on. That's step two. Step three is you start to rack up the wins. To me, racking up the wins means, what did I do today worth doing? So in my opinion, brushing your teeth is a win. And, making your bed is a win, and working out is a win, and eating right is a win. And, making one more sales call is a win, and yada, yada. There's so many wins you can create throughout the day. It's ridiculous. But you just want to create a lot of wins throughout the day, because confidence is really just the memory of winning, isn't it? So you want to win a lot, and you can't erase memories, but you can replace them. And you replace them with positive ones of you winning. So instead of you losing all the time and you letting yourself down all the time and you procrastinating and lying all the time, you're going to replace those with winning all the time. And believe it or not, dude, when you win a lot, you feel more like a winner than if you lose a lot. So again, people think, wow, that's crazy. Dude, that's not rocket science. If you want to feel like a winner, win. Like, win all the time. Now, who gets to decide whether it's a win or not? Technically, who gets to decide that? Not everybody else. If you're smart, you get to decide that. So you decide whether eating one less French fry is a win. Don't listen to some fitness coach telling you you can't have French fries. Tomorrow I'm going to have one less French fry, and then the next day I'm going to continue to outdo it, and pretty soon I'm having no French fries. But if someone were to tell me just chop out French fries, and now all of a sudden I don't do it because that seems dramatic, wouldn't it have been better if I just chopped out one? So again, it's literally lowering your goals to a daily basis and save the big goals for a macro basis. Because what you need to do is win a lot. And so you create these wins all throughout the day, so you can acknowledge consciously that you're winning all throughout the day. And by the end of the day, dude, you're going to be in a good mood because you've been kicking ass all day. And right, you're going to start to walk a little taller and feel like you deserve a little bit more, which will be automatic. And it's true, you do. But what's funny is you deserve a little bit more. And then you start to act like you deserve a little bit more. And that's when step four comes into play. That's when you got to get rid of all the idiots, the haters and the headlines. Because, dude, when you start saying you deserve more, hey, don't forget, bro, you're a freaking alcoholic. Don't forget you didn't graduate high school, chief. Don't start walking around being all cocky and arrogant. You didn't even graduate. You got some sort of addiction. Okay. Don't think you're cured. I hear that all the time when I'm talking to alcoholics, quote unquote alcoholics. And again, I don't mean to argue with AA and all these organizations. And I know you do work with certain people for whatever reason. So I'm sure you might disagree with this. But if I'm an alcoholic and I stop drinking and I haven't drank for 16 years, in my mind, that's no longer an alcoholic. So you can tell me in AA that I'm not cured and I'm always going to be an alcoholic. I don't believe you. Because an alcoholic, describe one. It would be, describe one. So like, for example, someone that, sneaks alcohol and has to drink so they can survive and exist. Well, I haven't drank in 16 years. So how am I one of those? But they get you thinking this because they want you to be aware. And that's all it is awareness. So once you're aware that you deserve more and you feel like you deserve more, you start to act like it. And believe it or not, that's what is really making a big difference. But that's when people will come out of the woodwork, say, I like you better the way you were. Don't overdo it, dude. Come on, man. You know, you don't need to work out every day, dude. You're getting too skinny. You don't even look healthy anymore. Whatever they're trying to get you to stop doing, that's what happens. So step 4 to building that self-worth is to get rid of any negative people. Anybody that's not encouraging you or helping you, you in my book, you eliminate. And when I say eliminate, it doesn't mean kill them. It doesn't mean never talk to them again. It means shut off their ability to enter into your mind as legitimate information. Like you just literally say nothing they say, I will take into consideration. You don't deserve a nicer car. No, whatever. Step 5, you need to map out and visualize exactly where it is that you want to go. Because a lot of times people say, I want to do this or I want to do that, but it's too generic. And they can't visualize it on a regular basis. Because in order to visualize something, if I said and visualize your perfect car, what pops into your head real quick?
Who, me? It would be probably the car that I have parked out front right now. I have a Jeep Rubicon Gladiator.
But you just pictured it, didn't you?
Of course.
Yeah, so you can't picture something that you don't know what it is. So I tell people you have to map out and determine what exactly success looks like for you. Not based on the societal norms, because then you might reach it and not be happy. Ask yourself, it's the hardest part. Figure out exactly what you want and then visualize already having it. That's the 5th thing. And then the 6th thing is to seek new information every day. Because the reason we do what we do is because we believe what we believe. And if we want to change our beliefs, we need new information. So you have to reevaluate things. You have to get new information on a regular basis so you can change your perspective, change your belief. And then that will allow you to change your actions, because you get what you get because you do what you do. And you do what you do because you believe whatever it is you believe. And it doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it true just because you believe it, but it is what causes you to act. So if you want to change your behavior, you have to change your beliefs. And so that's seeking new information on a regular basis. So if you do those 6 things, 1, forgive yourself, apologize, forgive yourself, wipe the slate clean. 2, commit to do what you say you're going to do. Start to be a man, right? Start to do what the fuck you say you're going to do. Quit being a bitch, quit being a pussy, quit letting yourself down. Just don't agree to do something is easier than breaking your word. Like, decide to keep your word. It's like when I quit smoking. I used to smoke cigarettes. I couldn't quit smoking cigarettes until one day I decided to quit smoking cigarettes, and the catalyst was, I'm more powerful than this cigarette. Because I am, and you are, and so is everybody. They just don't know it. We are very powerful beings. A cigarette cannot keep you from doing it. Whatever addiction you have is not stronger than you, period. You just don't know that. Well, I knew that. Why? Well, I don't know. Thankfully, I just knew it. But point being is I flicked out a cigarette because I wanted to prove myself I'm more powerful than that cigarette. Never smoked one again. I can do it all the time, so that would make me not addicted. Now, some people could say, Brad, didn't you say you were addicted to crack cocaine for 3 days? No, I went on a 3-day crack smoking binge. Like, stupid, but still, why wasn't I addicted to crack? Am I a crackhead now because that happened? Am I a crackhead for life because I was a crackhead for a day or two? No, I'm not a crackhead just because I freaking did crackhead shit, right? See, that's a perspective. Someone else could say, yeah, that would theoretically make you a crackhead. It doesn't make me one. Same thing with any addiction, drinking, porn, anything and everything that comes to an addiction. I believe it's the same. You are more powerful than that addiction. You are not addicted. You are deciding because of your rationalizing and your negotiations with yourself. And that's why you end up doing it again, because you haven't decided, number one, and you haven't became aware that you're more powerful than you think. So those 6 things: forgive yourself, apologize, wipe the slate clean, commit to do what you say you're going to do, which is really just a decision. So you start feeling like you deserve more. Racking up the wins on a regular basis. And that's easy to do. You decide what a win is. Just do 10 or 15 of them a day where you're winning all day long. Over time, you start to feel like a winner. It just naturally starts to happen. You'll walk taller, talk faster, think clearer. And then you'll start looking around at yourself and you'll be like, shit, I can do better than this. And then you'll start doing better than this and demanding better than this and talking different and acting different. And then people will start attacking that. So you have to watch out for those people and keep them away, because there's a lot of people that won't be, but there will be people that freaking draw you back in with negative bullshit. So you just get rid of those people. Then you figure out exactly what success looks like for you. So when you reach it, you know, you've seen it for a minute. You know exactly what it looks like, and you can visualize it on a regular basis, and then get new information on a regular basis so you get smarter and more valuable, and it really causes you to think. And then once you think more, you'll start to say, hey, I kind of think differently now. Well, that's changing your beliefs. And as soon as you change your beliefs, bro, that's when everything changes.